Hello, this is Dr. Singh. My name is right over here. There we go. What you're looking is over here are two tables, one on the left side and one on the right hand side. Now, both these tables have the same information. The difference is the table on the left side, it's sorted on the sector number, and the table on the right hand side is sorted on the stock symbol. Other than that, they are the same, okay? So let's come over here, right over here, and I'm going to read, and I'm going to go slow. And you should watch this video at least 4 or 5 times, 5 times minimum, and maybe 10 times. Every time you read, you'll find something more clarity on the topic that you're reading. Now, each stock symbol is unique. The uniqueness is required so that the PSX that you see on the left side can manage the individual information about the stock. Second rule, and of course, there are a lot of rules, that each stock symbol must be in uppercase. That's again the rule. If you use lowercase characters, alphabets, it will not recognize your symbol, the company. So every character that you use in the table for the symbol must be in capitals. As you can see over here, all the letters for each symbol are in uppercase or capital letters. That's a rule. Let's come over here. This part, always follow the mouse and the shaded area. PSX refers to, is a symbol for Pakistan Stock Exchange. 217 is a number that appears on the left side in the table somewhere over here, and 419 appears somewhere in this list over here. That's the reason I mentioned. Otherwise, there's no importance to this number. PSX is I'm reading right over here. The PSX is grandfather of all companies, and it monitors all public companies. Monitor does not mean that it's going to go over day-to-day affairs of the company. It simply means it's going to act like a policeman in a city. Okay? They don't interfere with people unless there's a problem. The public word that is being used over here, the public company, meaning the company has issued stocks or shares and you have bought them or sold them, you and me. So that means the public's money is being used. So that is called as a public companies. Okay. So now I'm coming to the left side over here. Now remember, PSX is not the government of Pakistan who owns it or controls it. No, the Pakistan government is different versus PSX, the Pakistan Stock Exchange, is a corporation, is a company. Okay. So they are totally independent of each other. Of course, that happens to be in Pakistan. That's different. Let's come back over here on the left side. So there are 544 companies in Pakistan publicly traded, and they are split into groups. These groups are called as sectors, and there are 36 groups or 36 sectors into which these 544 companies have been split. Now, PSX is one of them, okay? Don't forget. So there are 543 other companies other than PSX, okay? All right. So PSX will not only monitor other, but it will also monitor itself, meaning follow, observe the rules that it makes for the other people, for the other companies, I mean. Having said that, let's look at sector number 1 over here, just for clarity purposes. And the name of this sector is nothing but appearing on this side, automobile assembler. There are 11. 11 means 11 companies, and these are the symbol. These are their names. Okay. Now, having said that, let's look at a Word document that I already have on the left side. So in this video, we're going to talk about the sector number 29. Here's my name. Oh, there we go. That's my name right there. And we are discussing sector number 29. The name of the sector is technology and communication. Your cell phone, computers, and things like that. Okay. And there are 16, right over here, 16 such publicly traded companies. There can be private companies owned by a family or group of people, but they are not using the money of the public. So they are not public. They are using their own money to do whatever they're doing. So they're not bothering people. They're not asking money from the people. So publicly traded companies are 16, but there are a lot more companies. We are not into those things. Even if they are there, it's of no use to us because we cannot invest in them. They're not public companies. Only you can invest in the public companies. So I'm going to move slightly over here, from here to here. The information that you see right over here is what this sector is all about. There are, as I mentioned, total of 16 companies right over here. And these 16 companies, one company will do one thing, the other may do other thing, and so on and so forth. Collectively, all put together, they do all collectively. They do this. They are not connected in the sense they don't talk to each other. They just do their business, and that's the end of it. They don't consult, things like that. They might be, who knows? So I'm going to ask you to read all of this part over here. Maybe I'll read a little bit. Import, export, distribution, identing, wholesale, retail of communication and IT. IT refers to information technology related products and services, including cellular, mobile. You know this, right? Smartphones, tablets, laptop, accessories, and all allied products and automation. And you can read the rest. You know what I'm talking about. All of you have probably a computer at home. You have used internet and all sorts of things that you can technology. Technology. That's what this is all about. That includes the software also. Okay. So having said that, let's come back to, not back to, let's bring up these 16 companies right over here. So you're looking at first 7 companies. I think you can see completely. Well, at least 6 you can see easily. 7th maybe. Okay, let's look at the 6 companies right over here, up to here. Read, relax. Sometimes they change the symbol. So I mentioned over here, the old symbol was HCL, but now they changed it to STL, whatever the reason is. So here we go. So you can read, pause, and this is what is the description of what the individual company is doing. You may have seen them in your neighborhood. Okay, let's move on to company number 7 and onward. So here is number 7. This is what they do up to 13, company number 13. These are their stocks over here. We will discuss the individual companies later on, one at a time. We cannot do everything in the same video, okay? So just go over this. And let's move on to the rest of the companies over here, up to 16 companies. Okay. Now, the question you may ask, do you have to understand everything on the first video watching for the first time? The answer is no. Do you have to memorize them eventually? No. Well, at least go over it. These words, new terminology, you have at least seen it. Let me do it one more time. You see it, go over it, pause the video with your friends. It's a good idea to do with your friends. That way you can discuss. Then move to the next page. Pause the video if you have to. Next page. Here we go. So you have seen what these companies do. You got some idea. And then later on, when I come to individual company, then try to focus more, especially if you are interested in buying the stock of a given company. Now, here I will mention that people, if you talk to people, whether it's the family, friends, or general public, they will all scare you. Well, stock market is very, very dangerous, very risky. Don't listen to them. Whoever talks about the stock market, ask them first, have you ever bought a sold stock? If the answer is no, then why are they talking about it? There's no need to talk about it. Okay? I mean, there are accidents when you're driving the car. God forbid, sometimes there are accidents. That does not mean people will not travel in the cars or buses or the trains or the plane. So the risk is everywhere. You get out of the home and you have, let's say, 10,000 rupees in your pocket, somebody steals it. Wasn't that a risk? Of course, that was a risk. So risk is all the time, everywhere. Then why are you complaining about the stock market? There's no point, right? So there's no point in listening to these people unless they have bought something or sold something. And still, even if they have bought and sold something out, maybe they were not well informed, or else, even if they were informed, the company messes you up. The company does not do what they are supposed to do nicely and all that stuff. So there could be multiple reasons. There's no single thing. The risk is everywhere. So you can be rich or richer or wealthier if you spend the money in the stock market. If you think your money in the bank is safe, forget it. You are not aware of what the banks do and how do they work. You may have heard the word, oh, the bank failed. Whoa, hold on, failed. Your money is gone if it was there. The government is not going to come and help you. So didn't you take a risk? So the banks also fail. They go bankrupt because they invested, they took your money and gave it to somebody else. That somebody else never returned the money. Lost all the money. So what are you going to do? What do you think bank is going to do? Shoot them? No, that doesn't work that way. They took a loss. And if your bank goes bankrupt, they will close down the doors. That office will be closed. Now, you may see the manager on the street one day or the other, and you will get upset at that manager. But it's not fault of the manager. He was just an employee. His job he was doing was to take your money deposit and let you know that the money has been deposited. And after that, what the bank does, the manager may have no control over it. I mean, there's no need for it. He's there. The bank, the management of the bank is not going to listen to the manager. The manager may not even know who the management is. Where are they? I mean, they may know the name of the city, but they may have never met those managers at the top of the bank. Okay? So remember, you have the risk every time, everywhere. So why are you complaining about the stock market? Tell me, why are you complaining about the stock market? So all these people who want to show off to you that they know about the stock market, ask them a simple question. Have you ever bought the stock or sold the stock? Okay? I've done it for a very, very long time, so I know what I'm talking about. I will not put my money in the bank at all. Only the money that I put in the bank is the one that I will maximum use for 1 year, no more than that. Anything that I'm not going to use, of course, every person knows how much money they are making and how much money they can spend and all that stuff. So I put extra money that I have that I'm not going to use in the stock market, make money. And I'm trying to kind of guide you on this one. I'm nothing to, I want you to be knowledgeable about this subject. I've done it all my life. I've been doing for a long time. So don't be afraid. Stock market is extremely safe. Of course, there are always some bad example, or how do they say it? Bad apples. Bad apples, right? You go sometime buy the apples. Supposing you bought 10 apples while you were coming, or after 1 or 2 days, you find some apples are not good. You cannot return them, right? That's a loss. You paid the money to it for it, right? So think in those terms. So risk is everywhere all the time. So why are you blaming the stock market? In the stock market, the people who do stock market are extremely intelligent, smart people. They are not stupid. They are very smart people because they are making money in the stock market. All these big guys sitting over there in the stock market, of course, they are making money, a lot of money. You don't know it. That doesn't mean that they can't make the money. So why can't you make the money? So I'm I'm encouraging you to get into the stock market. Buy. You understand, if you understand one stock market, meaning of one particular country, for example, Pakistan, you can, the other company, whether it's in India, China, Korea, USA, Europe, it works the same way. So this is your starting point. If you understand the stock market of any country, you can deal with stock market of the other countries. It's just like if you know how to drive the car in your country or in your city, you can drive anywhere, right? Think like that. If you think like that, you're good to go. Because the automobile, your car, has four wheels in Pakistan and four wheels in India and four wheels in China and also four in Afghanistan, Russia, USA, England, everywhere. What's the problem? If you can drive there, you can drive there also, except you have to learn some rules and regulation. That's the end of it. With this, I'm going to stop. Here we go. So don't be afraid of the stock market. If you're afraid, you're losing money. Believe me. Stop recording. Here we go.